Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? Well, I hope everything with you is copacetic on this Monday, Back to Life Monday. I know I got a new do, but this is my summer do. Yes. I have to start figuring out how I'm going to wear my hair. So I figured the bun, and I figured, some bangs, and I figured this is going to be the do for the spring and the summer. This is what I think. Because who want to wear a lot of heavy hair in the summertime?
That is true.
Unless they're braids or something, And because I don't like to pay for nobody to do my hair, because I'm a hairstylist, I do it myself, and I will do it, mine and baby, until I just can't no more. Today, these prices are outrageous.
For real.
Outrageous. Baby, I guess to get your hair done would cost what? Like $150, $60? Maybe $2? I don't know. But I only got 3 words. I be damned.
That's right.
I know, no. It's just that it's sacrilegious with the prices they charge.
Honestly, for real.
But on one level, I get it because of inflation, and you got to eat and you got to survive.
Yes.
I get that. I do. And on another level, it's like, my God.
Right. All for beauty.
That's why I love do-it-yourself stations.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do it yourself. When I want to learn a style, I go on YouTube and do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
Well, anyway, that was just enough gibbly gobbly goof. I don't know what took me over. Talking about trying to find out my new look. Tell me what you think. All right, now this is
the third part to the reunion of Potomac.
I thought that this episode was light.
Okay.
I thought it was fun.
It was.
I thought it was shocking.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I thought it was like a reunion should be. And nobody and where they were hating on each other. Because the hater left the building. That negative energy left the building. And you know what? Just a sidebar. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Married to Medicine, you got, in my opinion, you got Dr. G and his wife, Sweet T. And they are the positive energy.
They are.
But you see how the negative energy is pushing the positive energy out of the building. And it's so negative. We got to talk about it. Let me just say this. It is so negative in my estimation of a value opinion is the goodness to the point that Dr. G and her boyfriend, neither one of them are doctors, and it's called Married to Medicine. So you have a doctor. They both were celebs on your show.
Yes.
They got a divorce. She never married another doctor. Why y'all? This is what y'all mess up. It's supposed to be married to doctors. Keep the doctor. Why are you making room for, I have to talk about this, flip that.
Okay.
This is going to be called Married to Medicine. Okay, because I can't even do, this is, you got it.
Yes,
I got to make my right. This is Married to Medicine. I'm sorry. I'll talk about the other one after. The other one was light and easy. Mm-hmm. But Married to Medicine, it's just that when you look at the world, it just shows you how the world is.
It does.
And it shows you that there is no room for goodness. There is no room. And it all depends on who's dominating. Mm-hmm. If you are a quad lover, then if you are what's her name? Heavenly lover, and you don't see anything they do that is wrong, no, check your character. If you don't see, I'm not saying you can't like them. You like who you like. But you got to be able to see the negative and the positive in these people.
Yes.
And if you can't see that, then you need to check your character. Mm-hmm. You got to check your, what is that word? Ethics.
Yes.
That's what I mean. When I say check your morals, that means check your ethics. Where are you ethically? Because at the end of the day, when it come down to Dr. Damon, the only reason why Dr. Damon is doing that is because, I mean, this is how petty it is, in my opinion, because Dr. G said, I don't know. And with all the rumors out there with him having a woman, having this white babies, and why would you want Dr. G? He's a psychiatrist.
Yeah, for real.
Here the word go, ethics. So it's like, I don't want to, and when you think that's going to hurt Dr. G? He just don't get it. Why? Just like when they would say, you press charges. Yeah. I love the fact that he played the role. Yeah, I am David and he is Goliath to me. I'm a little man. He a big man. This is not a size. If this was in a boxing match, this wouldn't go unless we both agree. In real boxing, you have to be the same, about same height a little, same weight. It's got a balance. Yeah. But here you got this big old man running. It is frightful. It is. And he called, and you kind of make him out to be petty. Yeah. That's not petty. That is protecting yourself and letting that person know you will go to jail fooling with me.
That's true.
That's what the law is there for. Not to take it in our hands. And it's so easy to do.
That is true.
Baby Crone, go ahead. Take us to bed. I mean, it might just be that I admire Dr. G. I'm not saying Dr. G is perfect, but when I talk to you all and I said about masculine energy, T is very masculine. And Quad, it is said that Quad said their march won't last. If their march don't last, I've already said it before I even heard Quad say it. It would be because Sweet T is too masculine. Yeah. He's not that kind of a doctor. You know, I'm sorry. He's not that kind of a person. He doesn't want a masculine woman. He wants a woman that is, what's that word? Feminine and tender, soft. You look at that, yeah, so he can take over, so he can dominate. No. Quad would feel that way because she was masculine energy. That's two men. Yeah. Even if it's in a woman's body, I can't. Oh, you know, we are so going to a new age.
Yes, and I think that's where, speaking of which, I think that's where Heavenly maybe have mischose her words because some resurface.
And that is how she feel. And you all want to that's how she feel. But not everybody feel that way. I don't feel that way. And when Funky Dineva said a lot of women, most women, that's a most lie. Yep. A lot of women I know don't feel that way. A lot of women I know don't really care.
That's honestly true.
Don't care. They only say, as long as it don't just, try to hit on me. I hear stuff like that. Even men, like, you got to open your mouth. I don't even know a man that hates stuff like that. So I don't agree. I don't know where you hang and what kind of friends, but I could not be friends with someone who think of me as weak. So that's negative energy.
Yep, not a real man.
Not a real man. So you turn me down, even though you don't think you are, but until you understand this is all energy. That's just your energy friend. So at the end of the day, that's in her heart. Yes. And there are women like her who think that way.
There is.
There are women that think like if you are a Republican, you can't deal with the family no more. This is the way we got to get out of these. I'm going to talk about these prejudices. We have to in order to grow. And I'm telling you, Married to Medicine is filtered with that negative thought. Yes. And so, for me, this is my opinion.
Okay.
For gay men, for gay, whatever you are, gay, whatever, there's so many names. I'm just talking gay men right now. And the gay women can be in it also. If this is what you want, right? Think of how you had to fight, how you had to struggle, how many lives were stolen. Taken. Red room. and assaulted, beat up. I can cry about that because I know people who went through that. So imagine that. And now there is still the cracks that had that same attitude and tell you to your face, oh, you know I don't mean nothing. You mean a lot.
Yeah.
That's just like I have friends, but I gotta say it. Excuse my language. I have a friend. I don't, but I'm saying I have a friend. But every time we turn around, she always say, y'all niggas are crazy. And I say, you can't say that because it's negative. Oh, you know when I say niggas, I don't mean nothing. I don't mean nothing by it. But then when she gets around my friends or around bunch, she still say, y'all niggas crazy. And my friends looking at me. And so what I gotta say, oh, she don't mean nothing by it. I don't pay that no attention. But my other friends are feeling insulted because they don't like it. I even have the black friends that says we just don't like that word. But I certainly don't like it coming from a person that is pale. Clear waters. Think about it. So you can't justify it. It's in her. She has to change.
She won't.
She will, just like in Married to Medicine, Karen have to go through, sometimes change is hard. Sometimes you got to go through a psychic blow to make you go, oh my God, this is not acceptable. And it isn't, because we should be able to love one another.
Yes.
Whatever you are. The issue, I'm going to skip because I got a lot to say, but we'll get into it. The issue that I'm having is now, and you can say what you feel. Okay. The issue is now, this is a big issue for me. And that is, whatever you're born sex is, whatever your born gender, not sex, whatever your gender is, the day you were born, that is the gender that you have to show on all your legal documents. Do you think that's right, or do you think that's wrong? If so, why? No judgment.
Good question.
I want to know, and we can ask each other, what do you think about this? Honest, and your honest opinion, and why?
Yes, I still feel like it should be something to at least acknowledge.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Even though you might not identify it with it, it's still a part of you. So therefore, to not completely deny yourself, if you're trying to wholeheartedly live your full self, your full truth, then you have to acknowledge, well, yes, when I was born, I was this gender.
And that's proud. I'm sorry, I took over. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Even though you may not feel it, you still have to acknowledge it because that's your journey.
Not that you have to.
Okay, you should.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I didn't even know how I was going to answer it. I mean, I know I feel that, but I couldn't have articulated it the way that Baby Crone had. That was very well said. I just want to piggyback off of that. I think that acknowledging you shouldn't be ashamed of who you was. To bury it when you probably was a male or a female for 19 years, 15, 20, 13.
Yeah.
That's a lot of years of your life that you're going to deny just to become who you want to be.
Yeah.
I think, Baby Crone, I agree. I do think that the gender that you was born, I think that should stay the same because of what you said, and also because you got the choice to change.
Okay.
However, I understand the trouble that it will bring maybe in other countries.
Yes.
I get that. That's where it gets sticky. But to deny who I am, that's just like saying the sun going down on me. That means I'm ashamed. And if so many have died, so many have lost their lives, been beaten, so many has fought the cause for hundreds of years. And for you to finally get to the place where they have surgery, where they can do all that, you're going to deny and say, no, I'm mad. I don't want to even acknowledge. I think that's where that is kind of like obsession.
Yes.
Some kind of obsession. I think that you should never be. We always tell people with special needs, don't be ashamed. Yes. We're telling Beyonce, don't be ashamed of your son. But yet we're going to be ashamed. I was born a male, but I transitioned over to female. Or I was born a woman, but I transferred over to. I cannot deny what my chromosomes said. Who I am is not my chromosomes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
So it's like my chromosomes say one thing, but my heart and my mind say a whole nother. Yes. And I think to be healed, I think we have to acknowledge that. So I do piggyback. You don't have to agree what I'm saying, but please, I beg of you, don't come spewing negativity. This is an open forum. I would love to hear what you say about it. And like I said, because of what Funky Darneva says, see, that's an old way of thinking. And that's the people here around. But we're rising up into the new age. Yes. We're entering a new age. This is what this is all about, all this exposure. This is what these eclipses and all these things are warning us. This is what the number 5 means. We already had 3 deaths. I can go into that. I'll talk about that on another time. But we already had 3 deaths, 3 different deaths from 3 different generations. Whew. That's powerful. I got a word on that one for you. But what I am saying is until we can change the old paradigm, yes, and rise up, and there was a word that I wanted today that I said I want to write that in hatred.
Oh, intolerance?
We have to learn intolerance towards one another. And it's hard when you got the government that split the Democrats versus the Republicans and their war, and they teach us to fight and hate.
Yes.
But until we can learn intolerance, I can disagree with you and yet love you, my brother, and love you, my sister. Yes. But until we can do that and we can hold hands, and even though we different colors, different nationalities, different beliefs, even different genders, we should be able to say, but I respect who you are. And until we can do that, that is the first step to victory. And nothing is going to be done until that victory has happened.
Yes.
So this is the age of Aquarius. And in this victory, you'll find healing for your heart, for your mind, for your body, and for your soul. Go ahead, baby. Crone.
Yes.
Oh, I'm preaching.
Yes. Because this episode of Married to Medicine was really all about ethics. Because really the big part of this episode was the fact that Quad is taking over the show. And she's like, you know what? The couple's trip was terrible. Let's gather everybody, you, Heavenly, and I. Let's combine.
That's because she's fighting for her job.
Yes.
There is no room. Because she's not medicine. Make this show. That's how it started. But now you start feeding into egos. This is the same thing that goes on in all these shows.
Yes.
You feed into egos and you lose what the storyline was. They should evolve. They should evolve. They should evolve. But just like the government, people stay on those jobs until the day they die. They don't give no young people. They be in these offices for 15 years, and we don't know why they're changing. So this is the same mentality that we have on these shows. They should go. But no, they'll go and they don't do good. And then you'll call somebody back because we want keep searching. Switch it out. This is crazy.
Yeah.
That's why there's no growth. This is why they die, because you don't keep it fresh. Going back to going back to Potomac, I think that was fresh about it because we didn't have Karen with her stodgy ways and her judgy eyes, and Mia with her sweet sour personality. But go ahead. I'm finished. I'm finished. Woosa, I just really feel like we're gonna get through. Go ahead, baby.
But Quad wants to have a get together with the ladies.
But she didn't invite Sweet Tea.
Or who else? Phaedra.
Well, Phaedra gone.
Yeah, true. But either way, those were the two women that had the most problem.
But she kept the same people there. So what was the point?
Exactly.
What was the point? This is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't see that, then ethically you need to ask yourself, because until we can get on one accord and start saying a truth is a truth and a lie is a lie, whether I like you or not, I should be able to look at you and judge without judging you, but judging the act that you did.
Although I do kind of like Toya, I always yo-yo with her.
I'm really drifting away from her.
Oh,
really. But do go ahead. Good.
Yeah, I just like the fact that even it's always when you least expect it, where she calls Quad out and be like, Quad, you do have to take some accountability. We're all so busy pointing fingers that nobody's realizing that it's Quad that could be having the being the main person causing all these problems with Phaedra, with T, with Dr. G, all of that. And for that, I feel like, thank you, somebody in the group at least sees that Quad could be at some fault here, and that Quad should really be taking some responsibility for her own actions.
And Heavenly, who keeps the fire burning.
Yes, Heavenly needs to take some accountability, but she'll give you fake accountability.
Y'all know I'm sorry. Even that don't even say, y'all know. What kind of apology is, y'all know? Let me tell you what an apology is. Apology is, I am so sorry. I am rude. I say these things and I need to work on them.
Yes.
I hurt people with my mouth and it has been a problem for me. And I'm asking you, you hold me accountable, because I want to change. I want to change and I want to come into the 21st century. I may not get there when you get there, but leave room for me. Forgive me.
Yep.
I am so sorry that I offend with this wicked tongue of mine. Have mercy on me. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Own it.
And then don't do it again.
And you may have to work at it.
Make mistakes.
But you work at it.
Yes.
Because when you're sorry means I won't do that again. But if you continue to do, you're not sorry. Just like y'all know, because I'm cool with you like that. This is what I hear. I'm cool with you. We laugh, we joke, we get along. I like you, but I know who you are. Girl, that's what that is.
Yeah.
That ain't like, I agree with you. We share the same heart in that. She's still speaking a division.
She is.
Even though because you're giving her what she wants. Gossip. She's with you for that.
Yes.
But any moment because she ain't been checked. So any moment that it gets rough, she'll turn on you.
Yes.
Y'all know how I feel. I always say, I'm sorry if I hurt y'all feelings. But when you saw, you won't feel that way.
No, you won't.
You will feel like, I want to change. I don't want to do that anymore. Accountability. The sheets are pulling off of folks. And you know what? And what we're seeing in all the shows, all of them, Married to Medicine, Beverly Hills, Potomac, I can't even name them.
Yeah.
Sister Wives.
Yeah, definitely.
People don't want to give accountability for their actions.
No, not at all.
They want to continue to live in the old way. And that's how the media is. That's when you look at news, CBN, NBC, they're stuck in their way. And anybody that comes against them, they're going to get booted out. And it's time to change. And when they get a change, they get scared. So they go back to the old thing. So you know what? A dog should never return to his vomit.
You know what? Just a quick astrology lesson.
Go for it, baby. Come. Did you like what I said?
Yes, I do.
I'm inspiring you, baby.
Yes, you are.
All right, baby.
That's all about what the North Node and the South Node in astrology is all about. The South Node is what you're comfortable, what you're used to, what you fall back on. And it's not some place you're going to evolve because you're just
Yo-yoing.
Yep, just yo-yoing. But
yo-yoing through time.
Yep, yo-yoing through time.
Back and forth. And let me tell you something. Did I cut you off?
No.
I think I should fit in. And a part of my message is this. I'll talk about it. The reason why you yo-yo, because you're not balanced. Mm-hmm. And an unstable person is not good at nothing. Sooner or later, being unstable is going to affect you mentally. Yes. It's going to affect you physically. Mm-hmm. Because you can't, this is all about equilibrium. You got to find the balance. Everything has a balance. And until you can hold a balance, yeah, it's a constant struggle. But this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah, a huge lopsided balance. Unbalanced.
This is where we are.
Yeah, unpredictable.
We're so until the world. Mm-hmm. That's how you know when you lost. Yes. It's when you can't even see the truth. Mm-hmm. Because you're caught up in the unbalance. You got a thing for the negative. You know that you got a thing for it. There are people who thrive off of negative.
Yes.
They like it. They like it. They in balance. And is it wrong to like the negative? It's like anything. It's good now.
Yeah.
It's good fun. It's laugh now.
Okay.
But
rise up out of it.
But sooner or later, it's negative. Mm-hmm. It's going to get you. It's like the boogeyman. It's like it's going to let you play. It's going to let you have a great old time. And right when you're at your weakest point, maybe you're 65, maybe you're 55, when you're vulnerable, when your years, it'll wait and it'll creep up on you. And what? Next thing you know, your needle went out. You're like, what? I got to have a needle. It gets you.
Yeah.
Nobody escaped this earth unscathed. Mm-hmm. So you gotta find the balance. And I don't know, this is what these shows are showing me, how out of balance it is, to the point that we, the audience, is out of balance. And anybody who speaks up and say, this ain't right, they be like, people don't hear. They see you as a hater.
Yes.
They act like you can't have a decent show.
Yes.
Without somebody getting their head ripped off. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't see Potomac, it was there.
It was.
Because the negative left the building. And the kicker is, not only did the negative leave the building, the negative left the building saying that a person was talking about their kids. The person was talking about you, how you are not doing right by your kids this season. Mm-hmm. But you didn't hear that because you wanna blame. She said, if anything, she defended your kids. Yeah. She's standing up for children, like for children rights. Mm-hmm. Children rights. Sorry.
It's okay.
They got rights.
They do.
And they were standing up for your children's rights. Mm-hmm. And yet, on Potomac, Mia took that as an offense.
Yeah. That's how negative she is.
That's how negative that she can't even see. That was love talking to her. And I love when Gazelle said, this season.
Right.
Girl, you off the rails this season. And the other girl saying, because they're trying to get a storyline.
Clearly.
This is awful. But we're going to go on back to that. I might just talk both of them in between each other. But go ahead.
It was really, Married to Medicine was really about
ethical.
This. Ethical, and about this whole trying to get the group together. I honestly don't even know why Contessa was there. Contessa, I
think that Contessa. I like Contessa. But to me, this is how, let me see if I can channel Contessa. Contessa is twixt in between.
Okay.
To me, Contessa want to be a part of the group, but she also stands for goodness.
That's true.
And she also want goodness, and she also want to do the right thing, but she want to be a part of the in crowd.
Got you.
And for her, she's unstable. See, The Bible says, I prefer that you're hot or cold.
Yes.
I get it. Because the lukewarmers make you vomit. It's like you're on a seashore. I mean, like you're in the ocean, the sea, the river, and you're rocking back and forth and you're not used to it. It makes you nauseous to vomit. Mm-hmm. So be hot or be cold.
Yes.
Find your place. Mm-hmm. Today is the day to do that. So if this video finds you, please listen. Yeah. Because I got another video that's going to bake your noodles. Mm-hmm. And it is about, what was that word? Intolerance, hatred, and that had to deal with ethics. I'm going to go live and do it. Okay. That way, whatever mistakes I made, mm-hmm. whatever I say, I know that I went live and I etched it in stone. And I'm going to do it, but before I do it, I got to be able to talk the message and not read the message.
Fair enough.
So go ahead.
Yeah, that was really it. The group.
And don't forget they went dancing. The same crew.
Yeah, the same crew.
So they done already put Sweet Tea and G out.
Yes, they did.
They already voted to put Quad and her with a new man. This is a new man. You know Dr. G.
Right.
But you want to ice him out. That's what I'm saying. And you got new people on the show that's voting. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't even know.
What is the new couple doing? Right. Y'all should stay out of it.
Right, y'all. At least she's the therapist.
But this is let you know what kind of therapist that's not neutral.
Exactly.
See, they swallowed that negative. People want to be in the in crowd. People want to be in, and they want to. Why? I want to be on this show.
Yeah.
This is what it is. I want to be on this show. I want the fame. I want the money. You want something that you'll sell out who you are as a person to be on this show. Mm-hmm. You hang around with poop.
Yeah.
You smell it.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, it come normal.
Yes.
Anything that don't smell like poop, you be like, It could smell like sweet perfume.
Yes.
It could smell like lily of the valley. Mm-hmm. What's that? This that animal scent that did he like?
Oh, tuberose.
Oh, tuberose. It could smell, and I'm going to order tuberose. It could smell like tuberose. You know, and let me tell you what tuberose is. Tuberose is rose mixed with, what was it?
An animalix.
Rose and lilies or any kind of flowers. But it has an animalistic smell, mm-hmm. and yet a sweet smell. It's sultry. It's supposed to, but that he said it, but I went to say I got to find that because I'm really into incense. Yeah. And I really like very expensive incense, like really good stuff. Mm-hmm. So it don't smoke and all that. But anyway, what were we saying? Yeah, and they last longer to me too.
They incense really do. High quality ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this episode was really all about the division of the group. What's his name? Dr. G really standing his ground.
Was he not funny when he made a video?
Oh yes, singing.
Terrible. But go ahead.
Singing, I want this nigger.
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to say that.
Go ahead. You're just quoting. Say quote.
I meant to say he wants to get this negative energy out his life. That's all he wants.
And he was singing.
Yes.
And it was funny because that lets me know he have a sense of humor. Mm-hmm. And he's dropped the charges.
Okay. That's good.
To me, that's what they say outside, you know. Mm-hmm. So he dropped the charges of probably last week or two ago. So this was he had dropped the charges a while ago. We just gotten it. It was just the impulse out of protect myself.
Yeah, for real.
And instead of them understanding that, they judged him for it.
Yes.
But if it had been you, and you know, I don't know about you all, but you all who you married to, Dr. Damon, and Dr. What's her name?
Heavenly.
They are like mentally.
They are.
They don't bring each other out. They don't stand out in a crowd or anything. But they they think alike.
Yes.
He thinks like her, or he has fallen into her thinking pattern.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes, and because this is a
that's gone out. We're back. Sorry about that. Baby Crone forgot to plug in the the computer, and it went off. But nevertheless, we're back. So let me just end this by saying I know that I may have been all over the place, but what I'm starting to notice is all of these housewives and things. They have something in common.
They do,
and they all becoming more and more cliquish and more egotistic. It's starting to look fake. Yes. They're looking like the black women are starting to look like fake Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Like what Hollywood used to look like back in the 60s and the 50s. And we evolved. They look like caricatures, just like the Kardashians. Mm-hmm. They starting to have that fake look. They look like clowns. Their faces beat to the gods. They dressed in provocative clothing. They don't look like I could identify. Right. It's gone beyond what money is. Mm-hmm. It become a hotbed for fashion. They're not even all that great. You know, it could be great, but some of these bodies too thick, too big, and too skinny. It's just the way it is. Or just something, legs ain't right, or legs like chicken, this all off, breasts too big. I don't know. It's just starting to look not amateur. It's starting to look fake. Yes. Not real. The faces are people starting to look like masks on these shows. Yes. They don't even look real at all. No. And I think go ahead.
I was just going to say it's just a reflection of how society is.
And I look at Married to Medicine. One of the things about that show, they do kind of keep it more natural.
They do. I appreciate
that about them. They probably say, she got one nice thing to say. Yes, I do. But I don't like the direction and the way that you're going. Yeah. And unfortunately, if it's come on and I don't see any changes next year, and the sweet tea is gone. I know Phaedra is gone, but the sweet tea is gone, and I see
Quad.
I will watch, but I will not report, only if it's something I find important to say. I will not support it. Mm-hmm. It has to change. Everything changes. Baby Crone, can you give us a quick thing? I was all over all the shows because this was a show about what again, Baby Crone?
Ethics.
And that's what made me bring them all in to viewing, because it isn't the same.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's like they thriving off of man-made drama.
Yeah, it's fake reality.
It's like fake reality. It doesn't seem authentic. It just seems like everybody is just trying to get, I want to be in the in crowd. What I got to do? I got to trade in who I am, my good character, just to be a sleazeball so I could be liked. And that's what I loved about Phaedra. I'm not a mean girl. And these girls sat around and said, we're not mean. Are you kidding me?
Y'all delusional.
And then you have, what's her name?
Which one?
Toya said we are mean girls. Just her and Sweet Tea not even talking, as I heard, allegedly. So come on. Yeah. This is ridiculous. Sure. But I knew when she was telling her at the table, that's my personal business. I'm not going to share that. I could see the look on Toya's face that she was insulted. I knew that it wasn't going to last because I saw her whole continent change. You could see it. It was like, bitch, girl, I seen it. Yeah. And for that, you brushing the girl with answers. Yeah. She has a right to say no, but I knew that they weren't going to make it.
Yep. That, and it's just because the fact that Toya just feels like the whole thing is petty. So she's like, why can't you tell me what's going on behind the scenes? So maybe I can understand.
Because you got a fat mouth. and you speak, you're out of order, you're imbalanced. However,
that's why she didn't tell you.
That's why it's no trust there like that. And the thing with you, Toya, you got and you in the circle, and you'll do anything to stay in that circle too. They just grown to accept the fact that you're going to be the one to say what we don't say.
That's true.
They expect you to be rude and loud.
They do.
They don't look at you. You just a old housewife that's just bored. You just bored. You just a piece of arm candy for your husband. Find yourself a hobby and sit down. You're not the doctor. You just a loud housewife, doctor's wife. That's all you are, with no educated, but a tinkling cymbal. That's how they see you. So that's why, if Toya won't, we will. If Toya don't say it, then, Toya, go on and say it. Oh, Toya said it. And you do it and you play into that. So that's why you around, because you are still a part of them. You don't see it because they're your friends. And birds of a feather flock together. And that's true. Birds deal with birds. Different species hang with different species. You're not going to see an owl and a bald eagle friends.
No.
You're not going to see that. Just like you're not going to see a pit bull and a toy poodle friends.
True.
Just not going to happen. Right? So anyway, give us a quick thing of what's going on. I do want to zero in on this show for the next minute or two, because I wanted to just show how everything look in all these shows. I think I've done that. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Go ahead, baby, Crone.
Well, it started off with Quad and Heavenly talking about Dr. G and how they want to Quad wanted to make a makeup for the girls' trip. And then they both sat there and said, well, I don't want Phaedra there. Well, I'm not inviting Sweet Tea.
Then what was the point?
What was the point?
Same point. Those were the people that was hurt.
Exactly. The next, Toya had went and invited Mimi and, what is her name? Sweet Tea to have a lunch outing together.
And they were just being nosy. But go ahead.
Yeah, they were. Well, Mimi and T were actually hanging out. At least that's what they said before they came to meet Toya there.
Yeah, but Mimi talked about her behind her back too, and they didn't agree. I didn't like that. That was a double dealing. Sometimes you just shouldn't say anything at all.
The one thing I did like is the fact that Mimi did highlight. Mimi and Toya both said that Sweet Tea is the one that argues, and that she's the one that could be upsetting her husband. And she needs to reflect on herself, basically check your masculine side. Don't be so aggressive.
Talking. Masculine Toya.
That is true.
Sometimes you can't take information because you are that.
That is true. Take your own advice. So while all the other ladies that the clique, while they were having their get-together, Contessa weirdly brought up the fact. She was just like, there's a restraining order against you.
That's what I'm saying. See?
Yes.
She didn't have to say anything.
She didn't have to say anything.
That's what I'm saying. Because they had a meeting at the table where Sweet Tea and Dr. G talked about it. So you see what I'm saying? And the way she did it.
Yes,
so
that's what I'm saying.
It's that I see it. I see it. Just trying to fit in.
Yes.
And she said, and you could tell a part of her felt like you kissing ass.
Yeah, she really was. That was.
And in their faces, you're not like that. But you know what? Dr. G know what it is. He know what time it is. And he's different. And I would rather be friends with a Dr. G because at least I know where he stands. The problem with Dr. G is, their problem is Sweet Tea is too masculine.
Yes.
I heard someone say, and I get it, because you don't see it. I don't judge you. Sweet Tea is masculine, and that is a fact. And so I heard someone say that she is, something about that he married Quad all over again. Yes, he did. But no, that's not what they were saying. They were saying that G was the mean one.
Okay.
Because women don't know when to back off.
No, they do not.
He begged for space.
He does.
She went into him.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to judge fairly,
yes.
You can't pick and choose. You can't leave out this and do that. You got to say, he says, look, I'm going. I don't want to talk about it no more. Give me time. He's the type of man that when I'm upset, I need to go and chill. What do you do when you got somebody come barging up the stairs, open up the door? Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm. Right. You're not going to talk to me
like that. Right. But you don't see that. All you see is how he talked to her because he said he was out of sorts.
Yes, he did.
But you won't see that.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Until we can see with our eyes open and closed, we'll never find the balance. It ain't about sometimes we just look at right and wrong. Just look at masculine and feminine.
Yes.
And just think, if that's you, and you're talking to your 13-year-old daughter, and your 13-year-old son, and they are talking to you like sweet tea.
Yeah.
How would you feel? How would you feel? You're telling them something
disrespected.
You will feel disrespected. And if you say, you know what, I'm going up to my room, just leave me alone, and they come up in your room, you're going to listen to me, Mom, Dad. You done lost your mind.
For real.
Just look at it. It's the same principle. Just look at it a little bit more closely. And don't look at it with judgy eyes.
Yes.
Just look at it for masculine and start noticing masculine and feminine energy. Notice it. Even in yourself. When are you being masculine and when are you being feminine? You know?
Yeah.
That's all. Go ahead, baby Tom.
G said that even though he wasn't physically attacked, he
felt attacked.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what the law is for. Go ahead.
Yes, and then lastly, Quad says that they need to heal, but they don't want to. But she doesn't want them to talk about their past. She's like, in order for us to
always talking about the past,
yes.
And always needing an apology for the past.
Right.
So, is there going to be changes coming to Married to Medicine? Ooh. They come pick a card. It's a wave, like we just all.
It is a wave.
It's a wave, girl. I don't know where to pick. Okay. Pick a card. Pick a card.
One of the humpy lumps.
Go ahead. Tell me. I don't even want to touch it. This?
Yes.
That one?
Yes.
All right. That's teasing me. You can take it over there.
Okay.
I think. Oh, I don't know. Okay, you got lost. I can't use you now. You're standing out pretty good. I don't know. Maybe you're standing out too good. Maybe I should.
It's like that.
All right. What you have?
Dawn.
Go ahead.
Okay. Favorable, a period of time, another chance.
What I have is enemy, deception, inner conflict, adversary, temptation, negative person, someone who opposes you, and betrayal. So we both have that. This show probably won't do too much of a change.
Nope.
And that is still, because they coming to the end. So, but we see dawn. And when it's dawn, it's just before it's dark. So we see the darkness is still there in that show. So for me, this is my opinion. I look at this as the devil card. I see it as deception indicated. I don't think too many changes is going to come. What do you see?
Yeah, definitely not. The conditions are not favorable. So therefore, during this period of time that the show's running through, they are going to still be in their negative energy.
Right. And as the show come back, read it. It's still the same.
We have a dog.
So it's that negative.
Yeah.
But a dog could be a man's best friend.
Yeah.
So we see the click. we see not too many things. There will be some change, but it's going to be a change that we just expected because we already know Phaedra's not coming back.
Yes.
About Sweet Tea and about Dr. G, I think right now it just looked like, I don't know, but we gotta wait and see. But we know that it's still the enemy who keeps these things going will be there.
Yes.
That we do see that.
Loyal to the cause.
Loyal to the cause. There it is. And that's how we hope you enjoyed that, right?
Yes.
Did you enjoy that, baby?
I sure did enjoy that, yes.
Right. That dog says we're loyal to mayhem. And until I just want to see doctors show sophistication.
Police.
That's what I want to see.
Elegance.
Elegance. I don't want to see. I would not see not now one of them doctors. For nothing. Not even Dr. G.
That's true. No matter how much he tries to get himself out of negative energy, it just happens
He's
to
still
follow
drawing
him.
it. He follow it. So you're drawn to it. And like I said, it gives you fame. There's money in it. But what would you give in exchange for your soul?
That's true.
We see people give it just to be a reality TV star.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing to be. You make money and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Not a bad thing to be, but it will cost you your, what is it?
Integrity,
your
ethics.
integrity and ethics. I see it happening all the time.
Yes.
People don't want to let that bang, 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 bang. Is it any wonder? Well, anyway, we hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please give us a thumbs up. We hope you enjoyed it. Yep, I did, Ben. I spewed all over the place because it made me feel that way.
Yeah.
And with that being said, you know we love you. Please, if you got this far, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you like this kind of content, please subscribe. You want to see me just pop off and say how I really feel? You know I'm favorite. I'm the one to do it, and I'm gonna tell the truth because I've learned in this life. There is no other person I would rather be but me.
That's true.
I've learned in life I have to love me. And the things that I don't like about me, there's time for me to change.
Yes.
And it's always about changing from the negative to the positive.
Yes.
Why? Because I wanna grow old gracefully and not sick. And with that being said, you know we love you.
Yes.
Sunflowers!